All right, we're back. We're going to talk now about Auto Modellista from Capcom.
That's right.
For the PlayStation 2. This is the cell-shaded racing game that we've been waiting forever to play.
Highly anticipated.
That's right. Very highly anticipated.
That's right.
Yes.
Well,
and
shall you start or shall I?
Was the anticipation worth it?
No, I say.
I say no, too.
All right, then.
All right, what are you going to give it?
Let's get to it. Oh, yeah. Review's over.
Now, this game is a major disappointment. I was shocked by how much I disliked this game. When I first saw this game, I thought, okay, the cell shading's an interesting idea. All these other racing games are looking to be as realistic as possible, and this one has this whole new aesthetic, and they want to be, you know, funky and cartoon-like.
Right.
Okay, that's different, and you need some change of pace in the racing world because there's so many racing games out there.
I was never really into it.
When I plugged it in, I liked loading up all the screens. Everything was very flashy and colorful. The guy that announces the game's very excited.
Well, annoying is what he is.
Annoying and excited.
You're amazing.
But then you hit the road.
Whoopsie.
And this is where the problems begin in this game.
Let's talk first about the amazingly annoying control of the car. It's one of these games. You ever play those driving games where when you take a little turn, the car is like sliding like it's on ice constantly?
It's called the drift.
And you can't even drive straight.
Yeah.
You know, because if you just veer a little bit, you're going all over the place. That's what this car is. They could have gave me a game with really tight controls and some cool cartoony effects that maybe I've never seen. Then I would have been psyched to play this game. But the reality is that this game is so hard to control and so difficult to get used to that it ruins the complete experience that they've been trying to create.
It absolutely does ruin it. There are a lot of great things going for this game. In addition to the graphics and the audio and the sound and the all the extra modes, there's 69 different cars that you can pick up in there.
69 of them.
69 cars, his favorite number.
They have a lot of the Japanese car manufacturers. You got your Toyota, your Honda, your Daihatsu, and your, you know, all these cars that you really, well,
they're not Ferraris.
They're no Ferraris, are they?
They're not Ferraris.
But they do have this Japanese car manufacturer.
Right.
And the name of the car manufacturer, I never heard of him. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
It's like Tommy...
Something.
But
it had Tommy in it.
It has Tommy in it.
There's 2 points right there.
So I'm buying a Tommy car.
Right, of course. You can also go online and play this game
69 times.
Well, as many times as you want, but you can play with lots of people all over the place with the PlayStation 2 network adapter.
So everyone can get frustrated at the same time.
One thing that I found, though, when I was playing online is I really couldn't handle how much loading there was.
You know, one of the things I like, though, is that when you got your car, you can actually customize a lot of the graphics and a lot of the spoilers.
You can stick all the parts in there you want.
And different things like that. So that was kind of neat. What are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it a 5.
I'm giving it a 5.5. I am going to give them some points for being innovative at least. On the positive side, this isn't just your average run-of-the-mill graphic-looking game. They did something new. You can completely customize the aesthetics of your vehicle, and they have all of the Japanese car manufacturers in there.
On the negative side, this game is butchered by sloppy control. There are way too many load times, especially in online play, and we really wish there was more variety in the cars that you get to choose from. All right, we've taken a look at the internet connections and the connectivity for the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox, but we've never really discussed how the GameCube gets online. And Nintendo has 2 solutions for you. They have a modem adapter for all you people that are connecting to the internet with a telephone line. And there's also the broadband adapter for those of you that have cable modems and ADSL modems in your house. What did you think of Nintendo's online solutions for the GameCube?
The problem I have with the whole Nintendo online system is one of the only games that are available right now, Phantasy Star Online, I completely despise the game.
Right.
And that's really your only option. And how much does it cost for these things?
It costs $30 for each one, so whichever way you go, it'll be $30.
So not only do you have to buy the Phantasy Star game, but then you have to buy the $30 adapter, and then you have to pay a monthly fee, $10 a month.
And don't forget for your cable modem fees that you got to pay every month.
And your cable modem, I'm sorry, but I cannot recommend something like this. If there were 100 games available, then I could see it. If they had a complete awesome system like Xbox has set up, I can see working it. But hey, if you are a Phantasy Star freak, and this is what you want to do, then go ahead and play this. Can't
Right.
you just play it on the Sega system? No, I'd rather bring out my Dreamcast.
Well, it's coming out on the Xbox as well. And what the deal is here, though, too, is if Nintendo looked like they were possibly thinking of supporting more online games for this, you could almost sort of say, okay, well, definitely go out and pick it up because it'll push Nintendo to make some decisions to get games online.
But the reality is I don't know what they have coming out.
Yeah, we just don't know. It's a big sort of black question mark. We don't know if there's going to be more online compatible Nintendo games. It's just too bad that the GameCube doesn't look like it's going to be an online machine. I can't recommend the adapters.
All right.
On the positive side, both the modem and broadband adapters are very easy to snap in place on the GameCube. The price isn't bad. And if you're a Phantasy Star online freak, your prayers are answered.
On the negative side, if you don't like Phantasy Star Online, well, guess what? There's no reason to buy this right now. And honestly, we're just not sure of the future of online gaming with the GameCube.
Stick around. We're going to be right back with a funky new game for the PlayStation 2. It's called Amplitude.
Buried Treasures brought to you by EB Games.
Hey, I'm here at EB Games, and you know what? The PlayStation 2 is old enough to have its own buried treasures, and I've got one today. This one's called City Crisis. It's published by Take-Two Interactive, and the thing that's interesting about this game, it's an action game, but you're not really trying to take out anybody. You're actually trying to help people in this game. Very original stuff. The graphics in the game, I have to be honest and straight up with you here, not a very good looking game. This does not look like a PlayStation 2 game. You do get a nice 3D city, and it's very, very large. And you get to pilot a helicopter in complete sort of 3D freedom, and you get to fly all over the city and all kinds of stuff. But it isn't really the graphics that you're looking at this game for, because what this game delivers is a very fun helicopter physics model. It's very simple to play, but it does feel cool hovering all over the place and flying up in between buildings and stuff like that. You get two abilities with the helicopter, and this is what's so special about this game. You get to put out fires, because there's all these buildings that are on fire, and you've got to jump in and put out the flames and rescue the people that are screaming for your help. And you also get to have this really cool chase cam thing, where you pilot the helicopter with a spotlight at night, and you're trying to keep the bad guy's getaway car in your spotlight the whole time so the cops can catch him. Very interesting stuff there. Okay, look, it's not the most revolutionary game out there, but I guarantee if you give this one at least a rental, go out and try this game. You're going to have some fun. It's called City Crisis. It's a PlayStation 2 buried treasure.